NBA returns to the Magic Kingdom. Check out Bovada's betting guide and deposit with crypto for bigger bonuses and faster withdrawals.
Lineups and how both of these two teams will start. Mike D'Antoni will insert Eric Gordon into the starting five with faced each other since Houston made that big trade shipping Clint Capella out of town. As Danilo Gallinari gets to the defense. Gallinari is there. Shot clock down to 3. Harden pulls the trigger and hits.
House made a great effort. A lot of guys will just let that play go after a turnover.
Tucker, that's his spot. Paul trying to draw the contact, no whistle. Gallo thought about the 3. Adams inside, sheds the defender.
Points in the paint at 15 a game. So he's their pace and their attack on the rim.
Harden has to fire the
playoff time.
No shortage of storylines in this series. This is Daniel House. Now Ben McLemore, what a shoot. Rivers against Paul. Two that know each other well. Inside, they swallow him up, and then a late whistle. We'll see if it's against either Schroeder or Noel here.
In the restricted area, the best in the league. He blocks shots. He runs the floor. He's done a very good job.
Dennis Schroeder. Jeff Green fakes the 3. Puts it on the deck. A little bit of contact. Everyone, of course, keeping their fingers crossed, Stan, that there will be no positive tests as Eric Gordon taking on contact.
Time. These guys want to win these games. That's what they're here for.
See the defense collapse down on performances. Here comes Rivers breaking down the defense, going right to the rack. Good ball movement. Chris Paul, if you've just joined us, still looking for his first basket. And he's now 0 for 5. Adams, the tip in.
They make up with that is trying to create turnovers. In the bubble, they had the most steals and forced the most turnovers.
That's Ben McLemore.
To get to know each other, but they have played well since.
This is Green kind of twirling around in the paint from the corner. Nicely set up by Paul. Long rebound, Gordon. Rockets want to push the pace. Gordon goes right to the rack. Russell Westbrook, if you've just joined us, right quad strain that he sustained last week. Day-to-day House, backdoor inside, and everything working. Half up 17 against the Thunder. Paul the drive and kick. Setting the table for Diallo.
Pace offensively.
Here comes Paul inside. And they will count.
Scorer when he's had the opportunity and had the ball in his hands. And he's been aggressive tonight.
Baisley, the kick out. That is Mike Muscala.
By the young guy, Darius Baisley. Drive it hard to the middle. Stay on the floor. Pivot and make a great pass.
Gallo, shot clock down to 3. Puts it on the deck. Guarded tightly. Fires long 2 and hits. The sweet stroke of Gallinari. And he brings Oklahoma City within a dozen. Quick trigger 3.
Barton, he's jumping toward them. You're inevitably going to foul. When he creates the space on that step back, it sounds all read.
McLemore 3 of 4 off the bench from downtown. He's got 9 points. Gallinari, that's a 3.
Them trying to just isolate it. Houston loading up their defense, ready to come to help.
Harden again breaking him down.
Ball.
Shot
Houston does 5. A lot of that too, Spiro, but you can do that if you have a guy as great as James Harden.
Tucker from deep.
The best 5-man lineup in the NBA that the Oklahoma City Thunder have on the floor right now. This city, you're seeing it at the end of the first half right here, trying to fight their way back into this game.
Shot clock at 7. Green on a corner. Feeling pretty good about what they've seen so far here. Rockets have hit 5 straight shots as they have built this lead. Adams, boy, nifty feet by the big. Under 3 minutes left before halftime. Paul steps into a 3. That's good. Only his seed as we come up on the final 2 minutes before halftime. Schroeder to the rack. And just lets her rip. A little bit too much. Covington trying to tap it. It's Paul. Here he comes down the paint, taking flight, and here comes. And so far, a good start here after a quiet start for Gallinari. 14-5 run until that Jeff Green trip.
And they've cut it to 13.
Thunder out of fouls. Harden goes right around Schroeder, and he's headed to the free throw line. And the rebound pulled weak side by Danilo Gallinari. So, Stan, here we go. How does Billy Donovan get his team back into this one? Is Adams, boy, that'll help.
To play with more force on offense. keep getting to the free throw line. They're 14 for 17 there with that Adams. OKC, the best comeback team in the league with 17 comeback wins. So watching the guys walk onto the floor.
Gives a great effort.
Acquired in that trade early February from Minnesota. Gallinari can't finish. Adams is there to clean. Oklahoma City's offense back in gear. Here comes Harden. Gets his defender on his heels again.
Oklahoma City's team is so concerned about giving their guy a three. No one comes to help on James Harden because they don't want their guy to shoot a three.
Stan, I'm seeing your old coaching reflexes come back. Frustrating, and that is a putback again. Westbrook day to day. Houston, by the way, 8-7 without Westbrook in the lineup this season. Gallinari, Gilgeous-Alexander. He's had the sweet stroke this season, but not that time, not tonight. Gordon, boy, getting his shoulder in the first half. That was his first points in the second half. So he'll get a much-deserved breather here. Harden, quick trigger three, and here comes Houston. Third three of the night for Harden, 21 points. And now can CP3 get his game?
Year of the three, and you're going to have opportunities to back cut for layups.
Here's Ferguson. That's a triple. Thunder desperately need more of that. House beats him back. Right-handed Thunder. Sucks in the defense. Out to House. Still 7 to shoot. House breaks it down. McLemore from deep. Splash. And Stan, of course, so much made about the relationship between Harden and Paul. You know, all the reports about how things became strained towards the end as Nerlens Noel. Houston's bench tonight, Stan, shooting 79% from the field. Harden got it.
And what's the entire Thunder team is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is one of 13 guys in the league who scores 10 points to get to the rim as Harden knocks down another three.
8 straight for Houston, largest lead of the night.
Drill, where the ball just moves around and no players move. That's what Oklahoma City is allowing Houston to do defensively. I've always wondered that, Spiro. So I'm shooting well because I'm getting and making good shots. So shooter getting good shots. So keep working to get those good shots.
I'm not going to win this argument, so I'll give up. That's a three from Green. Paternity leave after his wife gave birth to their second child, and so there was not the continuity that they'd had.
Contact. I like the way Steven Adams has played in the second half, really all night.
Stan has cooled off a little bit from three, but their lead still at 17 points. Gallo on a deep three. That's good.
14 with 7 minutes to go.
29 points for Gallinari. That was his second three of the night, but Harden has...
Look, with Russell Westbrook out, they've gotten exactly what they needed, and that is typical performance.
By Tucker. Little misdirection by Gilgeous-Alexander. Good ball movement. Back inside to Gilgeous-Alexander.
What a little bit of ball and player movement can do to get you better shots, and we haven't seen much of that out of the Oklahoma City Thunder tonight.
A rare chance that we see NBA playoffs are. You know, you think no Russell Westbrook, advantage Thunder. And then you look up and you see this score as Paul hits a rare. Comes Paul, open floor. And now they'll reset. That's another three from...
Setting up internships and creating a course in the business of sports media and entertainment. Paul is all about the action.
During this time, Stan, in our country, and of course CP3 right at the forefront of that group.
No question.
Harden, pretty drive and finish.
More movement offensively against this Rocket defense.
Jeff Green to the rack. What a night for Green.
Jeff Green performance by this team.
Year 12 for Green as Harden goes right down the paint, nearly untouched. One on the chin like that to begin the playoffs. Going to find about a lot about that Bucks team down the stretch.
Challenge the Lakers defense. It's an outstanding defense. Portland can really score. I would give yes.
Brian Anderson and Chris Webber will have the call coming up right here on TNT. Meanwhile, a Game 1